Good morning. Welcome to day 77 of the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Now, I've been coaching people for a long time, and one of the main factors that either gets you success and results or allows you to fall off is whether you've got accountability, whether you've got a partner or a buddy or someone who trains next to you that you can push with and keep up with. Because without that, it's so easy to fall off. But in this world where we're so connected and really not connected at the same time, it's so much harder to find that. And more people are feeling more and more isolated. So this is your system to find your community, get together, do it together, and get your results. So let's go together. So we are live here, second time. For some reason, I am not seeing anything on here. So hopefully you guys can see what's going on here. I'm just going to check this on the phone. It says we are going. I just see nothing. So either way, we're going to keep going here. So this morning format is as usual. This is not just a workout. This is a full-on morning routine where we are going to go through 5 steps. We're going to sit down and prime our mind with some mental reps. We're going to get into a position that's potentially uncomfortable, open up the hips, open up the mind. Then we'll warm up our body, excuse me, because we've got some intensity coming today in the form of some, I think, seated presses and some kettlebell cleans. But don't worry, I'm going to go through some options and how to scale that and how to do it. And then we're going to focus our minds, clear our thoughts so that we can do our most important work after and make progress towards our goals. So first thing here, if you need a counterbalance, grab one. This position can be uncomfortable. So you're going to sit down with the feet underneath the hips and just come on down to a nice passive squat, we'll call it, relaxed position here. And we're just going to focus. We're going to prime our thoughts, direct them throughout the day. So I am responsible for what happens in my life. I am responsible for the decisions I make. I am responsible for the outcomes. So if I want to get somewhere, if I want something to happen, it's up to me. I have to do it. Today I choose to be patient. There's so many stimuli coming at me, and I have a tendency to respond quickly and react. So if I can create space between stimulus and response, I can give a better response. I have all I need to succeed today. That just means you got no excuses. It gives me that mindset of I can take a step, I can make progress, I can do the thing, I have enough, I have the tools at my disposal. Next is I will focus on progress, not perfection. That's the same idea. I can do it. We can make progress. Don't worry about the end goal because it doesn't really matter. The process is the goal. The challenge, the work, the ability to move forward, that's it. So focus on progress, not the end goal. And the last one is I choose gratitude. I'm just trying to be aware of all the positive and not focus on the negative things, which is my default. So I am responsible. Today I choose to be patient. I have all I need to succeed today. I will focus on progress, not perfection. I choose gratitude. Okay, I'm going to hop up and sorry, but I'm going to take a minute because I am not sure what is going on here. Why this is not working. Come on now. Why aren't we working? Here we are. Here we are. I think that's going to work. Okay, so we'll keep it up here. Warm up is next. Generally, I'd have a warm up that comes up on the screen here, but we're live. So follow along. I'm going to go with some knee flexion, hip flexion here, warm up for the anterior chain. I'll do, 5 to 10 per side, followed by some good mornings, waking up the posterior chain, followed by some lunges, just alternating lunges, getting the legs moving, followed by some burpees. So you can go nice and slow if you want, walk them down to the floor, lay it down fully, walk it back up. You can celebrate if you want. And then just some squats. Excuse me. So I'll go through that. and we'll talk a little bit. If you've got a different form of warm-up you like to do, maybe you've got a machine that you like to use, feel free to hop on that. I'd say take us for a run, but it's pretty dark outside there, so I don't know if I'd do that, but up to you. So we'll talk about the gym here a little bit, because I have owned a gym since 2012, and it's a CrossFit gym. And one thing about CrossFit is we do group classes. And I remember when CrossFit was first becoming popular, one of the things that they talked about a lot was the community aspect. And having been involved and in and around with that community so long now, I can tell you that it is extremely important and motivating, and it's what keeps people going, right? When you look around, so I'll give you an example of just how it works. If you're a person in a class, right? You're a person working around with other people, working out. There are those moments when, this is one example. There's a number of reasons why this is beneficial, but there are moments when you're working out and you look around and you're tired and you want to take a break, but you see the pregnant woman next to you, who's about to pop, and she's still going and she's working hard. And just in that moment, you think, I could probably keep going. I could probably do this. So it's just that, the community, the people who you're working out with bring you up, right? What do they say? A rising tide raises all ships. You've got a group of people around you who have the same drive, the same goals, the same motivations as you. And when you work out around them, when you spend time with them, just like the idea of you were the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, when you spend time with and work out with these people who have similar goals, you pull each other forward, right? When one person is having call it an off day or a struggle or whatever, the rest of the crew probably isn't. And that energy gets sucked up or pulled up by the rest of the group. So it's a community, it's a sum of people that don't let the bottom drop out. I don't know if that makes sense, but it pulls up the weak ones. It's not weak in the sense that they're weak, but it's weak in the sense that that particular day, we had a mindset struggle or whatever it was. So, some people do well working out alone and can get great benefits and can be good and consistent with it. But a lot of people don't. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with either one of those people. Just know that there are tools. If you're one of those people that does better with a group, with a accountability buddy, with a friend, which I'd say most of us do, then that's what this is. I haven't mentioned that yet. We are building a community, right? Yes, I'm here to improve my life. I'm here to ideally help other people do the same. And selfishly, I know that having a community is going to make it easier for me and for everybody else. Not only easier, but better and more effective. So currently, as you can see, the plan is to be here live Wednesday, Friday, but that may increase. If we get, a good response to doing this live, then it'll start to become more common, more often that we do them live, because I think there's a lot of value in being able to associate and talk and communicate with those people so it feels like you're working out together, because that's really the goal here. To not have to do it alone, to be able to pull each other forward and up when those times call for it and we struggle. So a few more squats here, and then we'll talk about today's workout. But if you haven't yet taken this away, you'll do better with people. What do they say? You go fast alone, but you go far together. Or another one that our old GM at the gym used to say, teamwork makes the dream work. And also there's a me in team. That's mine though. If you spell it out, there's an M and an E, but there's a whole bunch of them. So me makes it us. Okay, stop talking. All right, so today's workout, let's get it. 2 movements as usual, and we're gonna alternate minutes for 10 as we usually do. So 1 movement we'll do on the first minute for 30 seconds, then you rest for the rest of the minute, and the second minute you do the other movement, and we alternate for 10. Our 2 movements today, this is gonna be different. We're gonna sit down for one of these to take the midline out of it, take the hips out. We're gonna do a seated press. So we're gonna sit straight-legged on the floor. That being said, if when you do that, you're super rounded and you're not able to keep, more neutral spine, then what you can do is elevate your butt, sit on top of something so that your chest is a little more upright. And what you're gonna do, 1 weight, straight overhead. We don't have the ability to dip drive, so it's just seated, press to the ceiling. Scaling options for this are simple, go light, you go adjust your arm, or anything above that. I'm probably gonna aim for 5 or 6 per side per second minute. The other movement I'm gonna do, I'm kind of making this up to be honest, I'm gonna do a little bit of a rotation. We're gonna do a cross body clean. So with the dumbbell, it's gonna look like this, just a single weight today, either dumbbell or kettlebell. It's gonna look like this. I'm gonna hinge over, but I'm coming across the body, and then I'm gonna drive and bring this thing to the shoulder. I'm gonna show you from the side because I wanna make sure that I maintain a nice neutral spine in this hinge. So I'm coming across the body, but I'm not losing position, nice neutral spine. I'm gonna drive with the legs, finish with the arm, and I'll probably do, I don't know, I just hit my toe with that one. I'll probably do, 5 or 6 per side. I haven't really done these before. But my plan is to use the kettlebell, which might be a little more awkward, but I guess we'll see. So take a minute, try out your weights, set up your gear. I think I'll probably press the dumbbell and clean the kettlebell maybe, unless I just use the dumbbell for everything. Just if you have a kettlebell and not a dumbbell, what that looks like is I might do that one. So grab some water. I'm gonna set up some music here. This will be, hopefully we'll get this smoothly. And I'm also gonna use this as a timer. So, be better than last week. All right, wanna count up. What is this? Clear, count up, okay. I'm gonna get some music here too. So while we're getting set up here, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so. We are here every morning. I'm changing my life. I'd love it if you came with me. And I think we're ready. So once again, I'm gonna alternate with the seated press and the kettlebell clean across the body. Don't work for more than 30 seconds. Try to just keep it consistent. If it gets too easy, each round you can increase the reps, which is sometimes what I'll do. Make sure that by the end of this, you got a good workout. Let's do it. All right. Put on some music here. See how loud this is? Oh, currently not playing. Let's see if this will play. Sorry, just another pause. This is not, it's not moving quickly. Music. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Seated press first. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Music. Oh no. Should have started on the left. Hey. heavy. Oh wow, that's almost a whole minute. Shoot. Good music. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right. There's nobody here. Where are we? Let's go. Set 2 on the press. Starting on the left this time. Feels to be starting on the weaker side. Oh. Cool having music. This is so unusual for me. I don't know if you can hear that though. 5, 3, 2, 1. If you can hear the goose in the background there. Sorry about the music. I don't know if that's better or not. 5, 3, 1. Uh-oh. Wow. Nobody here. I don't know if I did this wrong. Halfway. Oh, wow, it's hard. It's moist. 5, 3, 2, 1. One more of each. I don't know if you can hear me. Shoot. Survive that. Last set of cleans. Three, 2, 1. Good job. Catch your breath. Walk around. Get some water. Oh. Good job. Breathe. There's nobody there. We'll take a sec. We'll get in a stretch here. 5:11. Okay, let's get in here. All right, so what we're gonna do is get into a stretch. We'll get into a pigeon stretch for the hips. So what you can do is start off, call it in a plank. You can take one foot up, cross it in front of you, and put your weight down on there. You're gonna feel it in the right butt cheek. If that's not accessible, if that's uncomfortable on the knees, sit straight-legged, cross one leg out in front, and then just hinge forward. But I'm gonna do it here. Take a minute, catch your breath. And remember, when you're doing this, the value of other people. So I know that there's benefit in that. I know that I train far harder when the community's around, right? When I'm, call it at the gym, and those people are next to me, or even I know somebody else is doing that workout, I'm gonna push a little bit harder. And it's not all about pushing harder. It's just about pushing. It's about being there. It's about being accountable. It's about, finding tools to keep you consistent. And accountability buddies, friends, other people who are on the same path can be that thing, and probably the most effective way of being that thing. So I don't get into the gym as often as I used to with the farm, with the family, with the business. And I still need fitness. I still need intensity. I still need to work hard. So that's what this is for. As much as either the streaming stuff is wrong or literally nobody was here while I did this, but it doesn't matter, right? I know, my accountability in this is the fact that I'm doing it, and it has to go up. It has to be posted either live or edited. That's my accountability, right? So yours will be different because nobody's filming you do it, but just being there, being around, seeing the other people do it while you're doing it, or seeing me do it while you do it, is gonna, stop eating stuff, is gonna hold you accountable, is gonna keep you motivated, is gonna keep you on track, knowing that, hey, we're here every day. Ideally, we get to the point where you guys all know each other, where the comment section is full of people who are working together, and you notice one day when somebody doesn't show up, and they get a call or they get a text, so that we pull each other forward and we all make progress together. So on that note, we are here every Wednesday and Friday live. It's probably going to increase over time, especially if we've got something going on and we're away, and live is the only way to do it. But either way, if we're not live, we're here. I'm generally uploaded by around 8 a.m. Eastern. And obviously, if you're not in this time zone, who cares? Watch it whenever at 5 a.m. But the point is, we're here, we're doing it together for accountability, right? We're creating a community of people who are interested with more and making progress, and not just being, So on that note, join us tomorrow morning, every morning after. This is where it's at in the 5 a.m. Squat Club. So before you leave, though, I did mention there's one more step to this. And if you're new to this and you're just coming in here to do a fitness program, understand that this is more, right? This is not just about getting healthy and fit and doing it as a community, but it's also about improving our lives outside of our health and fitness, right? It's about taking steps towards our goals. It's to changing our lives, getting the new job, getting the new business, making the new relationships, taking those steps towards the things that really light you up, that time has taken away your ability to do. So we wake up early so that we set aside this time, we block it out to prime our minds and our bodies. But then, and this is what it's time for, is homework. That we allocate at least 1 hour every morning after we prime our minds and bodies to working towards that thing. Because if you don't carve it out, you'll never have the time. So if there's a thing that you want to do, there's a goal that you have. Now, you may want to go rinse off first if you're as sweaty as I am, but then keep the phone away, keep the distractions at bay, sit down, put your blinders on, focus on the thing that's important, build your dream. Let's go. Let's do it together. See you tomorrow morning in the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Peace. See what it looks like outside. Looks like we're still doing this. What's up, dog? I hear chickens. Where are they at? They're out there somewhere. You can't see them. And there it is. Good morning. Have a fantastic day. Peace.